welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today we're going to be doing another Christmas in July with a rustic Christmas theme today, and I will show you what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be using this Sunny Studios Winter Wreath set. I'm going to be doing the twig and the bow. And then I'm going to be stamping them out on some Neenah Desert Storm craft cardstock. I just cut some smaller pieces for stamping, and then I did the card base in this as well. So this is the 80-pound version. And then we'll die cut them out. And then this is my buffalo check print. This is a transparent PNG that's available in my Etsy shop. And you can print this black on any colored cardstock you want, as long as it's able to go through your printer. This is Michael's 65-pound Recollections cardstock in the red. So you can see it's just plain, but we've printed it with the buffalo check just to give a different look. You can use any color and print out your own buffalo check. And not have to worry about it not stamping. I have a stamp for a buffalo check from, I think it's Simon, which it works great, and it's good if you want to do like different colors on like white cardstocks and do kind of more of a gingham look. But I found that printing this on the colored cardstock in my printer works a lot better for a more bold look. So I will be cutting the matte layer for the card out of this. I'll be using apple, cranberry, and cocoa from Simon's Positively Saturated line. And then I will potentially be using the Merry Christmas from my Sassy Santa stamp set. I haven't decided yet. I do have a few colors already printed on white, but I feel like I probably want to print, or not print, but like stamp it on the craft. So maybe I can do the red on the craft or the brown on the craft. We'll see. I may or may not use this. I might change my mind, but we'll see. But anyway, I will move over to voiceover and you guys can watch me assemble this card. Hey guys, voiceover Liz here. So I absolutely love how this card turned out. I wish I had moved up the wreath on the card just a little bit, but other than that, this is fine. This card to me screams Canadiana Christmas, like everything, like that rustic look. Like this is a good card if you need a more like manly card for Christmas. Not that it's specifically for that, but it is something that's not like bright and sparkly and whatever. Like it is like more muted, and like with the craft paper and the buffalo check and everything, like I just think this would be like a good masculine Christmas card if that's what you're looking for. And you could easily do this on different colors. Like I think a red version, a green version, a blue version, maybe even a gray would be nice. And again, like the file that I used to print the buffalo check is a transparent PNG, so you can use it to print on any of your like lighter weight colored cardstocks. I use it on the Michael's 65-pound cardstock. You could try it with thicker cardstocks if your printer will take it. But again, like I usually use the Michael's Recollections 65-pound cardstock for my colors, just because it's readily available. I can just run down to Michael's and grab it when I need it, and they come in like big packs of like 50 for, I think they're $12 now. They used to be $5. They like doubled in price over the last few years, but it's still worth it to me to get those, especially if you want like a multiple colored pack. I know they have like 100 packs and they have like a couple of each shade. There's like 20 colors in it, and then you get 5 of each sheet or whatever. But it's just like a good way to get a bunch of colors, especially when you're starting out paper crafting. Just good to get something that's more affordable, because I know a lot of these other companies, not that their cardstock is bad, but it is a little bit more pricey, and then when you add in shipping and everything, it just becomes a little bit more. So again, with the print, you can print, it prints just black buffalo check, but you can print it on any colored cardstock base you want. Obviously, it works better on certain colors, but I have printed this on a navy, on a red, a green, an orange, a purple, a gray. Like I've just done pretty much every color. I don't think I've done a yellow maybe, but that would be cute for like maybe like a bumblebee card. I feel like that would be like cute as like a shape in the background, and then you put like your bee images around it or something. instead of like the traditional like honeycomb. That could be fun. I might do that. I know somebody who's into bees, so I might do that for her birthday this year. Um, anyway, getting random non-Christmas related ideas right now. But again, if I was gonna do these like in multiples, I would probably do different colors. I would most likely die cut all of the wreath first and then like use one of them as a jig in my Misty and kind of place them and then stamp them afterwards. I feel like it would be a lot easier and faster that way. And then same with the bow. I would probably die cut those first and then do the layering on top. So I would have it so that I could stamp the bow, maybe rotate it, and then stamp the next layer. There's 3 layers on this bow. So you'd have to put it in a couple of different positions in your Misty, but it would still be workable and it would be a lot easier to mass produce if you're doing it that way. For the sentiment here, I just added the brown that I used for the twigs, and then I used one of the reds, and I kind of like ombre effect the sentiment. I've done this multiple times before, and usually what I do is I'll do the darker color on the bottom. Maybe sometimes I will feather it out in the center using a brush. I didn't this time. If you're using like the edge of your stamp pad, it kind of does that job already if you're not doing it straight on the top. And then usually I will go over the entire image with the lighter color just so it helps kind of blend into that darker color a little bit. And then that's how I create my ombres with the stamps. And here's where I'm positioning the wreath, but I wish it was like maybe a couple, like 2 squares up a little bit higher on the card here, just because the sentiment was a little bit taller than I was imagining it to be, especially with that bow dangling there on the bottom. I had originally also put the bow on another layer of foam tape, so I put a layer of 1/8 inch foam tape around the wreath itself. This is the foam tape from scrapbook.com that I usually use for my shaker cards because it was thin enough, so I ran it around the circle. And then I added another layer to the bow. You'll see me take it off here in a second, just because I thought it was a little bit too much dimension because this foam is a little bit thicker than my 1mm tape. But my 1mm tape, I would have had to like cut multiple thinner strips and put it around instead. So I just used this, but this is, I think, 2mm in height. So it is a little bit higher. So me adding 4mm of height on the bow total was just a little bit too much, so I ended up picking it off, gluing it straight on in the middle there, and then adding the extra tape so that it was flush with the wreath at the top. I had it added at the top and the bottom of the bow, but it wasn't small enough to do that. I just let the bow hang at the bottom. Then I'm going to add a few white highlights to the bow just to add in a little bit more dimension, and then I'm adding a few dots to the sentiment as well, just to bring that white in again so that it's not the only place on the bow on the card. But that's pretty much our card for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I'd love to have you here, and make sure you follow me over on Instagram and or Facebook for additional content. And I'll be back again tomorrow for our holiday card hijinks. So until next time, thanks guys, bye!